I'm in the production track of cohort 7, and I really was interested about production because I just really wanted to learn how to manage a team. And I grew up with video games. I've always loved video games ever since I was 3 years old. And I knew that I had great written and oral communication skills from my undergrad. And I really thought that I could bring that to a team, and I could really help lead a team and sort of gain experience from that. And that's why I chose FIEA. Well, on the team I'm on now, it's a very hands-on production role, and which is very different than the team that I was on. And here at FIEA, a lot of times you'll be changing teams. Sometimes if your team gets cut, so you might go from a position where you were at that higher level position where you led a team and you were more managerial and you were able to exercise your organizational skills, which a lot of companies look for. And then you might switch to another team where you're more hands-on. And you actually get to learn more about the engine, learn more about the tools, placing assets, and that's pretty much what I'm doing on the team I'm on now. I'm able to prototype enemy encounters, do more level design in the engine, so that's what's great about FIEA. You get to see both sides of being a producer. I would say a good producer is a person who, unlike artists and programmers, needs to have a wide variety of skills that they need to bring to the table. Because a lot of times, the role of a producer is harder to put a stamp on and harder to define. So a great written and oral communicator is fantastic to have. A hard worker, the willingness to learn new skills, whether they be in regards to art or programming. You will learn how to use some art software and do some scripting, and that always helps for a team. And you really need to just have a willingness to jump in, learn new things, and to just really put yourself out there and be willing to lead a team. Coming into FIEA, what I really wanted to do was have experience getting the managerial side of being a producer and leading a team. And I have had so many opportunities where I was able to lead a team through rapid prototypes, through actually being a project lead on a project, and also being able to present and pitch games. I had no idea I'd have that much experience that I got here at FIEA, and I've been able to present games and pitches to industry execs on a number of occasions, and it's just amazing to have that experience. I would say one of the big things that I wasn't expecting here at FIEA is the fact that you really have to work as a team. Because perhaps in undergrad, you might have been able to shoulder all the responsibilities of your team if you needed to. You might have had to do all the work, and you really can't do that here at FIEA. You must work as a team. You must rely on the work of your artists and your programmers. You must be able to rely and count on them and realize that you can't do it all yourself. And that's really how it is in the industry. And the more you learn how to work in a team and understand the team dynamic, the better and more successful you'll be as a producer. I would say my biggest challenge would be that initial understanding of the team dynamic. Just really realizing that you can't do it all yourself and making sure that everyone in the team is happy and making sure that their needs are met, because that's really the job of a producer too. You have your late nights where you have to grab food for everybody, and though that may not seem very glamorous, it's actually very rewarding in and of itself, because you may not feel that, you know, oh, I'm getting food for the programmers and artists and I'm not really doing the work. You really are, because you are helping them to get their job done, and you are helping just the whole project come together as a whole. Oh, I would definitely say that coming into FIEA has opened up my scope to video games and the video game industry, because a lot of people come in here and they want to work on that AAA title, they want to work for the big studios, the heavy hitters, but then you realize that there are so many other avenues and so many other applications for video games. You have your mobile games, which are blowing up right now, your casual games, but then you have other studios that perhaps aren't making the AAA titles, but they're still making great games or great ports. And then you also have the simulation aspect of video games and the educational aspect, to sort of branch video games outwards and sort of make it an industry that can apply to many different fields, which has been really amazing. I would have to say my favorite thing about FIEA is the amount of hands-on experience you have, and the teams that you have. I mean, you pretty much have the freedom to do so much and learn so much on your own, which has really been fantastic. And the cubicles and the workspace that you get, it's fantastic to just work next to your programmers and your artists and other producers to make the games that you want to. So to have that freedom and with the tools that are available to you is really fantastic and eye-opening, and it's really everything you could want from a video game school.